All right, welcome back to Brazil. We're watching the final of Sao Paulo, where Tjen is in the final. She took out Eala during the week. She's had a crazy season. Like, Tjen might have had the best season outside of the top tier of anybody. She's won multiple ITF trophies. She's ridiculous. If she does win today, she's in the top 100. And we've watched her a couple of times. We watched her play in the US Open. We watched her play, obviously, the other day. And, yeah, she is... The similarities to Barty are ridiculous. Like, she plays so much like Ash Barty. It's scary. So let's see if we can get her winning. It would be a huge accomplishment for Indonesian tennis. But she's taking on a young French woman with a very long name. So we're going to try and pronounce that today as well. So that's going to be fun. Also, I didn't even know that Tsitsipas and Fonseca were playing Davis Cup. I totally missed that. But I'm watching it. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even realize that those... that's the thing with Davis Cup. Davis Cup needs to be... They need to promote that more. Davis Cup, I feel like Davis Cup went so under the radar this weekend. I don't know. Did anyone else think the Davis Cup completely... Did you even know it was happening? Did you even know the Davis Cup was on? It's weird. It's weird. Davis Cup has been weird this week. Been weird. The only reason I know the Davis Cup was on was because Nole was at the Davis Cup. I was like, oh, he's watching Greece. Okay. All I know is that Australia lost. That's all. And then America was in a battle with Czech Republic. That's it. But yeah, I didn't even know Greece and Brazil were playing each other. But they're playing an epic at the moment. It's pretty fun. But yeah, it's been weird. It's a weird Davis throwing up some upsets. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, Spain almost went down, but Alcaraz wasn't playing, so yeah, Spain almost lost. It's a whole thing. Belgium beat Australia. Yep, that happened. India took out Switzerland, which is a bit of a surprise. So yeah, it's been pretty interesting. Runa match was crazy. Yep. Do they get points and money for Davis Cup? No. I don't think so. Not at least not for the maybe if they win the whole Davis Cup, maybe it becomes a thing. But yeah, not really. Nothing really comes of it. Nole's son seems thrilled to be at the match. Yeah, so Djokovic moved to he moved to Greece, right? He lives in Greece now. Painful to watch Demon. Yeah, that was As soon as Demon lost, I'm like, we're gonna lose. He had to win. He had to win. Runa's match against Martinez was very good. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the result. But again, yeah, Davis Cup just kind of flew under the radar, which was it's a shame. I wish we could have watched some, but I guess it's all over the place, like all different time zones and stuff. So maybe it was too hard, but then next week or today we start watching, or tomorrow we start watching the Asian Swing. So we're in Asia. Oh yeah, next weekend is Laver Cup. So that's fun. That was the same guy that beat Rude. Yeah. Crazy Spain made it through with no Alcaraz and Fokina. Yeah, I mean, not really, because they have a pretty deep roster, but I think it was crazy that they came back from 2 down. As soon as they went down 2-0, I was like, okay, well, Rune's going to wrap it up. And they're going to get through because they have a good doubles team, but they got Spain have they could make 2 teams. They've got so many players that compared to Denmark, who have two notable players, right? So once Runa, I thought Runa was going to finish the job, but Spain fought back, which means that Alcaraz versus Sinner is still a possible thing in the Davis Cup at the end of the year. That could happen. But yeah, no, there's only like one non-European team in the Davis Cup finals. And that's Argentina, who I think beat... Who did Argentina beat? They upset a team. Netherlands? They beat the Netherlands, which was a bit of a shock because Netherlands made the final last year. So, yeah, that was there could have been zero non-European teams, which is wild. Hey, Deb, thanks for the 44 months. Martinez has beaten Rude before. Yeah, but still, I thought once Spain went down 2-0, I thought, okay. Especially with Denmark's second best player was doing well, you know. Only one home team won? That's crazy. Spain were the only home team that won. That's crazy. And that was on clay, right? I'm surprised they didn't make the go to play on grass or something for Australia. I know hard court's like easy, but maybe they just didn't think that. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't think that that Belgium were going to be a threat. I don't know. It sucks. For Australia, it sucks. All right, here we go. The final of Sao Paulo. Oh, pardon me. So, okay. So Tjen, if you haven't watched the previews, Tjen has taken out Jean, Okolova, Eala, and Jones, 3-seeded players, to get to this stage. And Rajaonah has beaten Sanchez, Rodriguez, Udvardy, and Zarazua, 2-seeded players along the way. Haddad Maia, she was in the quarterfinal. She lost to Zarazua. Apparently, Rajaonah also saved match points in the first round. She won the tiebreak in the third set 9-7. So she was almost out in the first round. And then since then hasn't lost a set. Tjen hasn't lost a set all week. And they're both trying to win their first WTA trophy, which is fun. Tjen, we talked about her the other week. Ridiculous record this season. She has been on fire. And I'll tell you this, chat. Next year, Tjen is not going to be someone anybody wants to face. She is a super scary player. But the way that she plays is very, 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 very scary. Like, she has got again, the similarities with Barty are so ridiculous. They can't be accidental. There's no way there's an accident. Rajaonah was down 5-love in the third in her first match. Yeah, that's crazy. I think Rajaonah, part of her name is similar to Alcaraz. Okay. I don't know. I think she just has... she's French, so I don't know if it applies, but I'm not sure. I'll tell you what her full name is. Tiantsoa Sarah Rakotomanga Rajaonah. I practiced. She's left-handed. She's got two-handed backhand. She's 19 years old, from France. She was born in Madagascar, but then moved to France. Her idols are Serena and Rafa. She is more of a clay player. I looked up her record, and she has played a lot more clay tennis, so a lot more of a clay court player. She's currently ranked 215 in the world. She's been as high as 180. That was a couple of weeks ago. She'll be at a career high ranking after this week, no matter what. I'll tell you, the WTA did not put out any highlights of her matches this week, which has been crazy. It's like, how the hell am I supposed to watch somebody and learn about her if with no chance of knowing what's going on. So yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't watch any highlights of her this week because they didn't have any. But I did watch a little bit of her during this year. She's again more of a clay player. So we'll see if that makes any difference. Chen's highlights semifinals came out 24 hours late. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's 250 and they just didn't really. The WTA just didn't think it was going to be a big. People wanted to watch it. I don't know. Not sure. I don't know. So her main name is Rakotomanga, according to the WTA profile. No, I've heard the highlights that I watched of her. The commentators were calling it Rajaonah, so they were calling it Rajaonah. So I didn't hear anyone. They were saying Rakotomanga. Chad, I'm gonna have to say Rajaonah because I can't speak. I can't say that. I can't say her name. So, well, I'm saying Rajaonah. I'm not fucking up her name every time. We say Rajaonah. That's it. Just like we say Bayana or Busta or I have to do it. Or Tormo. Just call her Sarah. Now I'm going to call her Rajaonah. I'm going with Rajaonah. Anyways, they're on court. And we're ready to go. What's the crowd like? Are there many people there? It's pretty busy. It's pretty busy. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. Again, somebody who's obviously popped up on the radar in the last couple of months or couple of weeks. Chen is the player she is very interesting. She's a very interesting player to watch. What the hell is that noise? Why is it so loud? The hell? So yes, this is gonna be fun. The next week we have Swiatek. I think next week's gonna be Swiatek week, along with Labour Cup. I don't know when Swiatek's playing. Maybe on Wednesday. But yeah, probably Wednesday we'll be watching her because she's not playing tomorrow because she got a bye in the first round, so she won't be playing until probably Wednesday. A whole week devoted to Swiatek? Well, no, we're watching other players too, but Swiatek's on the list. She's the main player for next week. And by the way, some of you might not have. Okay. Most of you already knew that I was joking, but over the Asian swing, you don't have to be here. I understand that you have lives. I can't believe I have to explain a joke. It's so embarrassing. I was joking when I said you have to be here because I was here at 3 a.m. Like it's right now 4 a.m. I don't expect any of you to be here over the Asian swing. It's going to be late. It's going to be bad times. Time zones are terrible. I don't expect you to be here. It's okay. I was making a joke. Some people didn't understand the joke, and now I have to explain the joke. So just so you know, I'm not going to be mad if people aren't here for the Asian swing. I'm going to be furious, and I ban you. So make sure you're here, otherwise you're out. Forever! That was also a joke. I'm just kidding. You don't have to be here. I understand you have lives. It's okay. I will be here, though. So feel free to say hello. Hi, it's fine. By the way, Fonseca's about to break back against Tsitsipas. That's crazy. I'll tell you though, even though it's in Greece, it's gonna be there's a lot of Brazilians there making noise. So that's good to see. But yeah, some people were like confused that I was like that they thought I was serious for some reason. Obviously, that's not true. If you show up, that's great. If you don't show up, I don't expect anyone to be here. By the way, if Fonseca beat Tsitsipas, Brazil beat Greece. So that's a big deal. This is a big match. Greeks are booing Fonseca too. Oh yeah. But I tell you what, the Brazilians are going nuts. Fonseca just broke back, so they're going nuts. Hey, Lady SJ, thank you for the 36 months. I'm guilt-tripped into being here. Deb, you don't have to be here either. Trust me, it's not going to be that bad. Like, I don't think it's going to be that hard to... Like, the moderating of next week is going to be pretty chill. I don't think there'll be too many trolls. During the Asian swing, even the trolls go to bed. So you're also on the list of you don't have to be here if you like, don't wake up at 3 a.m. You're definitely not obliged to be here either. The Asian swing's pretty cruisy. Like nobody needs to be like, it's not must watch. And also I can handle any like troublemakers. Most of them will be asleep anyway. Do you think Carlos is more famous than Sinner? Yes, I think Alcaraz is more famous than Sinner. All right. Here we go. They're just warming up the last few shots, and then we'll get this started. Tjen, a.k.a. Barty of the future, is just warming up some serves. And Rajaonah, a young French teenager who's coming through the ranks. There's not too many French ladies around anymore. You know, they used to be a pretty dominant force in tennis, but now French tennis on the women's side is, with Garcia retiring and Cornet sort of on and off, and they don't have too many players, in the top 100. You got Boison, who's number 49, who is the highest ranked French woman, which again is pretty low for French tennis. Giacomo, who's 62 in the world, who I think had a really good week this week. That's why she made the semis of Guadalajara. That's why she got a boost in the ranks. And then you've got Gracheva, who just converted to being French. She was playing for Russia for a while. And that's it. And then Parry just outside the top 100. So, yeah. So some young French players coming through are definitely going to help reinstate the French, some French tennis, because on the women's side, there's not much going on. So Rajaonah, if she doesn't win today, she will be number 149 in the world, which is a career high for her. If she does win today, she will go up to 130, around there. And if Tjen wins, she'll be in the top 100. So she's currently 103, which is also a career high for her. But if she does win this trophy, she will be in the top 100 around 90-ish. So yeah. So a big match for both. With big rankings. Big rankings boost for both. So, but career high for both no matter what. All right, here we go. Rajaonah to serve. I think I went Tjen in straights. I haven't seen Rajaonah play though, so I have no idea. And I don't know who's going to deal with the nerves, because both of them are playing their first WTA final. As it a backhand for Tjen, slicing the forehand of Rajaonah. Rajaonah is lefty, and she hits in the net. The first point goes to Tjen. Love 15. Also, Romania is low on women's players. Yeah, but Romania Halep. But other than Halep, Romania on the women's side hasn't really had like women's tennis French tennis in general, especially on the women's side, has always had like a strong list, right? It's always had like a lot of players that, you know, to choose from. But on the men, like Romanian tennis was like Nastase and then Halep. Like Romanian tennis has been pretty. It's not the same. You know, it's not the same. Like, you know. Plus, Romanian tennis right now feels like it's really good. I feel like Romanian tennis might be the strongest it's ever been. You know, you've got Castella who's still there. You've got Christian who's coming through. Rosé who's there. I feel like there's a lot of names on the women's side. Probably more than France. Anyways, 15 up. Was it a backhand down the line from Rajaonah? The slice of Tjen. Rajaonah backhand cross court. Tjen gets on the stretch. Rajaonah definitely on the attack, but hits it in the net with a forehand. And it's 15-30. By the way, Fonseca and Tsitsipas are fighting. I'm so pissed that I didn't see that was on. I'm so annoyed. If I knew that was on, we would have watched it. 6-5 for Fonseca. Yeah, I'm pissed. I can't believe we didn't go. Yeah. Davis Cup always messes me up. 15-40. Yeah. Like I'm so like I always get the times always. I get the times always wrong. It's annoying. I wish I knew that was on. Maybe it's because the Davis Cup need to promote these matches more. Maybe what we need more promotion of Davis Cup so that people know that things are happening. 15-40. Tjen to get the break first game of the match. And she returns into the net. It's 30-40. 30-40. Nori enjoyed winning against the home crowd in Poland. Yeah, I saw that too. And I saw that Serbia beat Turkey, I think it was. All right, 30-40. As the return goes into the net from Tjen, and it's deuce. Davis Cup is a bit unpredictable. They change players last minute sometimes, and it's hard to navigate their website. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely isn't a very... It's not easy to follow, Davis Cup. Yeah. Which is a shame because, Davis Cup is so crucial, like such a big deal. You know, it should be, you know... It should be easier to understand. Is it a backhand in the net from Rajaonah, and it's advantage Tjen. Advantage Tjen. Take the first break in the first game of the match. And Rajaonah serves. Into the forehand of Tjen. Good return. Rajaonah gets there with the backhand. Tjen on the stretch with the forehand to the forehand of Rajaonah. Backhand from Tjen in the net. And Rajaonah survives. Deuce. Spain will win the Davis Cup this year. Maybe. Back to deuce. The return goes into the forehand of Rajaonah. Rajaonah, it's a lovely winner. And it's advantage Rajaonah. Be cool if we get a synchronized Davis Cup. Yeah, for sure. I don't know what the draw looks like. Do they do a redraw, don't they? Every single... I'm pretty sure they don't just keep the draw. Like, there's no ongoing draw. Is it a backhand now from Tjen into the forehand of Rajaonah? Tjen with the backhand slice. Rajaonah with the forehand again. The backhand of Tjen. Into the forehand of Rajaonah, she's a winner, and it's one love Rajaonah. Yeah, I kind of wish they... because the Davis Cup finals, I don't think they've set... Yeah, they don't have the lineup yet. Because they do like a... I guess they do a draw? They must do it like in a week or so, because... But it's weird because you've got like Netherlands, Australia, and the USA were all supposed to be, and even Canada were all like top seeds in the qualifying, and they all lost. Germany's the only team that won, but they beat Israel and Japan. Much different draw to some of the other countries. So it's Argentina, Austria, Belgium, Czech Republic, France, Germany, Italy, Spain. I mean, okay. Okay. Fonseca wins? Yep. Fonzie wins. Man. And that means that Brazil are through and Greece get kicked out. Or get kicked back to... they're going to go play some qualies next year. 30 love. Brazil being in the Davis Cup is huge. Like, that's so good. Like, next year, some country is going to have to, in February, is going to have to go to Brazil, potentially, to play in Brazil. And I really hope it's not Australia. I really hope it's not Australia. If Australia have to go to Brazil in February, I'm going to be so pissed. Because you know it's going to be on clay. And then... Anyways, 30-15. But yeah, Davis Cup in Brazil next year. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to play Brazil in Brazil. As Chen gets to 40-15, there's no shot. Yeah, Steph served for the match as well. Yeah, that's just... And look, he had to win to keep them alive. Now they're out. Again, for Brazil to go to Greece to beat them on indoor hard courts is pretty massive. Steph smashed his racket. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, it's a pretty big... I mean, it's a huge... Davis Cup is a very emotional thing. 1-1. One all. Yeah, I'm so excited that Fonseca and Brazil are through. All right. Chen holds 1-1 in this final. Is it a backhand from Rajaonah to the forehand of Chen? Rajaonah forehand again. The forehand of Chen is Rajaonah forehand on the stretch. Chen on the attack. Has Rajaonah off the tape. Slice from Chen. She comes to the net, but it's in the net, and it's 15 love. 15 love. Imagine Brazil, Argentina, Davis Cup in Brazil. That'd be pretty crazy. Uh, 15 love. We get a double fault. And it's 15-0. By the way, we're not watching anything tomorrow. But I think on Tuesday, that's when we start watching South Korea. I don't think anyone, on the men's side, I don't think there's anyone playing next week, is there? Not like tomorrow. Musetti, Rublev, Medvedev. So yeah, so Swiatek and Raducanu and whoever else plays will be next week. 30-15. Rajaonah serves to stay in front. As the backhand return goes into the forehand of Rajaonah. Rajaonah hits it wide. That's 30-all. As Tjen returns the backhand of Rajaonah. Forehand from Tjen. Into the backhand of Rajaonah. As Tjen with a slice. Into the net. Tjen's slice is not working very well so far. 40-30. By the way, to the guy that keeps on talking about Leighton Hewitt, we talked about it the other day. Go watch the stream. All right, 40-30. As that goes out by Tjen, it's 2-1. 2-1. Rajaonah in this final. All right. Prediction for the Korea Open? Nope. Swiatek, I don't know. Yeah, Fonzie sending Brazil into the Davis Cup for next year is crazy good. Love that. Love that. Swiatek's not playing until Wednesday? Yeah, she'll play on Wednesday. Most likely. And Raducanu doesn't play till Tuesday. All right. Good start for Rajaonah to keep her serve. When six is the king, that's why. That's it. That's it. All right. Back to Tjen. Two, 1, Rajaonah. Oh, man. All right. I have a feeling that Krejcikova might win Korea, maybe. I mean, Swiatek's draw is pretty crazy. If you look at her draw, it's pretty nuts. It's pretty awkward. With all those... I mean, she only has to play a couple of them, but it's still not a good draw. 15 love. Like, it could be a very awkward, very tough draw for Swiatek. A lot of possible players to, I mean, Krejcikova, even Raducanu. I feel like Raducanu playing Swiatek right now would be interesting on a hard court. Because Raducanu is probably playing the best she's played for a long time, so yeah. 15 love. Krejcikova, she's due to have a big for Barbara moment, right? So, all right, as Rajaonah wins the second point, 15-0. But chat, don't even worry about it, because I'm sure none of you are going to be here for watching those matches anyway, so it doesn't matter. Don't even worry about it. You'll wake up and you'll see that Raducanu, which Swiatek played, doesn't even matter. Don't even worry about it. You'll be fast asleep when it happens anyway. The Asian swing, the problem with the Asian swing for people that are like Europeans and Americans is that it doesn't have an incentive to stay up for unless you really like a particular player. Like Australian Open, it's a grand slam. Like you got to wake up, you got to stay up, right? You got to stay up, you got to watch it. Whereas it sucks because the Asian swing, it's not as important as a grand slam because there's nothing, but it's still like, it's a big deal, but like nobody cares as much about it, which is a little bit sad. But what can you do? You can't change the time zones. 30-all. 40-30. Yeah, if you put money on it, then you have to stay up. That's different. All right. 2-0. But yeah, it's hard because anything after the US Open, I don't think people pay attention to tennis after the US Open. Like once the US Open's over, people forget the tennis tour exists. I tell you though, Australian Open in December, like to end the year, maybe that wasn't such a bad idea back in the 70s. Especially if if the Asian swing was like the build up to the Australian Open, and the Australian Open was in like November, it'll never happen. But imagine that would, if we ended the year with the Australian Open as a slam, and then you went to like the ATP finals after that, maybe it's not the worst idea. And then you start the year off like without a Grand Slam. So it's not so crazy. I don't know. Maybe we'll feel like the Asian swing isn't just this random, 3-4 weeks. Rajaonah hits it out. It's 15-0. Rajaonah serves. Return goes in the back end of Tjen. 4-0. Rajaonah is a drop shot, but it's in the net. All right, 15-30. A chance for Tjen to break. Indian Wells to start the year would be nice. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind if they imagine no tennis in January. You start tennis in February. That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting way to form the season. Like the first tournaments are played in like the Middle East in February. And then we don't play in January. And then you move the Australian Open to like November. So like it goes Asian swing and then into maybe you start the year off in like on the indoor hard courts of Europe, maybe in February. Maybe that could be a thing. Break point for Tjen, 30-40. And then at the end of the year, you go through Asia in October, and then you go to the Australian Open. Because Australia in like November is still nice. It's like it's spring. The weather's good. And then you go to the ATP finals after that, or the WTA finals after that. I know people might get injured, but I don't know. They'll never do it. But we can always just make it up. As we beforehand now from Rajaonah to the forward of Tjen in the net. We get the deuce. All right, deuce. Is the Asian swing an issue for people in Europe? I think it's just an issue for people in outside of Australia. I just like America and Europe. It just, I don't know. It's I don't know. How do you get people to watch it? That's the hard part, right? How do you convince people that it's part of, how do you promote it to people and make it like a must-watch thing? Besides Alcaraz and Sinner. As that goes wide by Tjen and Rajaonah holds, stays in front. Like it's it feels like it's really tricky to convince people to stay up to watch it. Like, why? Because Swiatek's playing, okay, but why else? Like, it's just, there's, like, the incentive's probably not there. All right. 3-2. Rajaonah leads. I think Alcaraz Sinner in Beijing was a good match last year. Didn't watch it. No. It was a good match. And you didn't watch it, so that means maybe even they can't help it. But I don't know. I don't know how you... it's hard to convince people to stay up and watch it, when it's middle of the night and we've just watched the US Open. But it's definitely worth watching. The Asian swing's great. Blonde Karaz era, yeah. All right. By the way, kind of a full crowd now. People have come in, which is good to see. 3-2 Rajaonah. And also we had a Djokovic Sinner match last year as well. We forget that one. That was in Shanghai. And Swiatek didn't play because she was banned. We didn't know at the time, but she was banned. But we did have, I think we had a Sabalenka Gauff match. Didn't we have a Sabalenka Gauff match in during the Asian swing as well? So there were some really good matches last year. There's a serve into the forehand of Rajaonah. Return is a winner. 15-0. Yeah, Sabalenka Gauff in Wuhan. Yeah. Nice return winner. As Tjen gets a 30-15. There's a serve again from Tjen. As the return goes in front of Tjen. Rajaonah forehand into the slice of Tjen. As Rajaonah backhand cross court in the net. And it's 40-15. 40-15. Tjen serves a fault, second serve. As a return goes in the forehand of Rajaonah. Chen with a slice. As Rajaonah forehand down the line's a win-up. Great pickup. We get to 40-30. As the backhand goes into the backhand of Rajaonah. Forehand from Chen. As Rajaonah goes again to the forehand of Chen. Rajaonah on the stretch with the forehand down the lines. Another winner. Ooh, okay. All right. We get the deuce. We get the deuce. Rajaonah's hitting some great shots down the line now. Serve again. There's a fault from Chen. Second serve. Second serve into the forehand of Rajaonah. Forehand from Chen. Again, the forehand of Rajaonah is Chen with the slice in the net. All right. Is that the first break point of the day? Nope. All right. Rajaonah to get the break to start in the middle of this first set. Break point for the Frenchwoman. As Chen serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Rajaonah. Forehand from Chen to the back of Rajaonah on the stretch. Chen hits it long. There's the break. 4-2. Rajaonah gets the first break of the day. Kind of out of nowhere. Chen was definitely playing better. All right. Rajaonah takes the break. Team Europe lineup is scary. We needed Demon for sure. Yeah, Demon coming in is great. But he just lost in the Davis Cup, so maybe not. Maybe he's... Hopefully he can get his confidence up, because he's going to have to play Alcaraz. Katamanga? That is not a name. It's Rakotomanga. What is it? It's Rakotomanga. You're missing a couple of letters. Love 15. Cam, do a Labour Cup preview. Let me tell me what to do. Love 15. As we have double fault from Jonah, and it's Love 30. By the way, you've been timed out 22 times. You tell me to make previews for you? Bro, you're not in a position to make demands. Love 30. Was it a forehand now from Rajaonah to the forehand of Chen? Rajaonah back on the stretch. Chen hits a winner down the line. Love 40 to get back on serve straight away. Love 40. That's wild, yeah. That is wild. Love 40. To get back on serve. There's a default second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Rajaonah. Forehand now from Chen. Goes wide. 15-40, one saved. Europe also has Menchik and Kaboli. Oh, yeah. Europe is going to be tough. We needed Shelton to really help us, but unfortunately he's out of action as that goes in the net from Tjen, it's 30-40. $30-40. The commentators are calling a cat a manga. Well, the commentators are wrong. 30-40. As a return from Tjen, goes down the line for a winner. All right, we're back on serve. 2 breaks in a row. 4-3. You really think the people on TV know more than the people on YouTube? Come on, you think so? Come on. You really think the people on the television have Googled the name as much as I have? You should have seen how many times I butchered the name before making, like when I made that preview video. I have listened to what she said on WTA website. Come on. The only reason I'm not calling her Rakotomanga Rajaonah is because it's a long name and I can't say that whole name in one go. I'm just going to say Rajaonah because that's easier. But come on. If WTA allows... Wait, what? Bro, you need to relax. Europe will win the Labour Cup. Hey, can you shut up and relax? The hell are you talking about? We're Team World in here. What are you doing? We are Team World. I don't know what you're doing here. What are you coming in here and saying? We bleed red here. Are you serious? Coming in here and talking, saying crazy statements. How dare you? We bleed red. Back on serve 4-3. We're Team Europe. No, we're not. No, we are not. All right. Love 15. As Rajaonah hits a return, hits a forehand winner. I'll tell you what, Rajaonah's forehand is very, very nice. Have a chat vote. I've already voted. This is not... What are you talking... Vote. Vote? Excuse me? What? What the hell are you talking about? Vote. I've made the decision and that's final. Vote? What the hell do you think this is? Vote. It's crazy. Vote what? What do you mean vote? We're Team World or nothing, all right? It's Team World. Till we die, all right? We bleed red. We always have. Love 30. There's no voting. What, you're going to vote me to be European all of a sudden? No, I already got kicked out of that country twice. I don't need it to be kicked out again. Love 30. First serve is a fault, second serve. As return goes in the front of Tjen. Tjen in the net, love 40. You're Irish, Cam? Yeah, and then I got shipped off to Australia. So I now am Team Red. That is prejudice. Europe would definitely win if Jannik was playing and Carlos were playing. Oh my God, we're making it. We're just having fun. All right, this is not serious. We're just all joking. But okay, yes. Sinner and Alcaraz would beat Team World. Okay, yes. I'm going to suck the fun out of it. All right. Guess we're just not. I'll make sure I don't tell any jokes anymore. Return winners a break. All right, Rajaonah's going to serve for the set. 3 breaks in a row, though. Just finish this. We'll get to the mid part of this set. All right. Demon should also play for Europe. Get out of here with that shit. What are you talking about? The hell? I'll tell you this. If Demon will play for Europe over my dead body. All right? Love 15. Over my dead body, he will play for Team Europe. Are you serious? Team Europe? You wish. You wish. You wish. Love 15. There's a forehand now from Rajaonah into the backhand slice of Tjen. Rajaonah with a forehand. Down the line. Tjen gets it back. Rajaonah hits a drop shot on the net. Love 30. Love 30. By the way, anyone who's European in the chat trying to fight to get Demon, yeah, like you don't have enough players. All right? Are you serious? And you need Demon or? Oh, okay, yeah. You need Demon as well, right? Yeah. Because you haven't got enough good players. Yeah. You're fighting for Demon as well. Yeah. Why don't you get your own players, right? You got enough. Call Zverev. Call freaking Sinner. All right? Call Djokovic. Are you kidding me? You're out here trying to rob the world. Forehand goes in the net from Tjen. It's 15-30. This is crazy. But we need your players. What, you want Shelton as well? The hell? We're going to say that Fritz is Irish or something? Like, Fritz, what are you talking about? Out here taking our players like you've got no one. Yeah. Out here, all the Europe, Team Europe crying poor. What are you doing? Oh, we don't have enough players. We need Demon or... Get out! Get your hands off a Demon, all right? We're getting Bolter, so you can get stuffed, all right? Bolter's going to Team World. Are you serious? She's living in Sydney with Demon. You have Opelka. Oh. Thank you. I mean, yes, we do. We do have Opelka. Hands off. He's ours. You got enough players. But we need Alcaraz. Well, you have Alcaraz. Oh, we need Sinner. Get Sinner then. I'm sick of this. You ain't getting Demon. He's ours. 30-40. You could make a team with no top 10 players that still be very strong. Like you could say no top 10 players and you still have like a very good team. I'm not taking this shit. It's personal. Labour Cup is personal. We get personal with Labour Cup. You're not getting away with this. 30-40. You're not getting away with this. As a return goes into the forehand of Rajaonah, Tjen goes to the backhand of Rajaonah, into the forehand of Tjen. Rajaonah backhand. Again to the forehand of Tjen as Rajaonah hits a forehand pass. Tjen with a good volley. Then Rajaonah with a lob. Goes in. All right. She saves the break point in style. We get to deuce. All right. Deuce. Shout out from the Philippines. Hey, welcome. What's up? Shout out to the Philippines. That was a great lob. The crowd, by the way, really getting into this too, which is awesome. All right. And Rajaonah serves, trying to get this first set. 7 to the backhand of Tjen. Forehand from Rajaonah. Off the tape. Goes in. Tjen with a slice. Rajaonah forehand down the line. Tjen gets to the forehand cross court at the backhand of Rajaonah. Tjen with the forehand again. Into the backhand of Rajaonah. The forehand of Tjen. Tjen puts in the net. It's set point for Rajaonah to take the first set. All right, advantage Rajaonah to take the first set. And she serves a let. Ooh, that was a good-looking serve, but would have been an ace. As the return goes in the final, Rajaonah backhand slice from Tjen. Goes long, there it is. Eala is a lefty and Tjen beat her. Okay, cool, but Eala was super tired as well. All right, Rajaonah takes the first set. That's the first set that Tjen's lost for the week. So now let's see how she responds. Okay. First set in the bag. All right. First set. Also, you got to remember, this is a WTA 250 final. I mean, this is a big final. And Tjen, it's the biggest final of her career, and she was a heavy favorite coming in. You know, so maybe she's feeling some nerves, knows that this is a big moment, right? I mean, you got to factor all those things in. It's not like these two players have been to this, played these tournaments and made finals before. This is all a new experience, so there's definitely going to be some nerves. And Tjen had 1 out of 9 break points converted, 2 out of 2 for Rajaonah. So, like, Tjen had a lot more chances. She should have won that set. She definitely should have won that set. Or at least not have lost it 6-3. It should have been even at least. So she's definitely frustrated. All right. Cool. Average ranking at Guadalajara is 108 without Storm. Stevens. Wait, what? I know what you're saying. I don't understand what you're saying. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. I enjoyed the T-serve ace that Jovic hit yesterday to win the match. Nice. All right. Tjen's going to serve first. Will the Davis Cup help Fonseca's ranking? Now, Davis Cup isn't worth anything for ranking. You get no points for Davis Cup. You're saying there's quite a poor level for 500 event? Okay. Yeah, but nobody's playing a 500 after the US Open. Like, it was never going to get a strong field because straight after a Grand Slam, nobody wants to play. Like, again, I think it's so crazy to have events after the Grand Slam. I think every Grand Slam, except for maybe the French, because you can't really have a week off after the French because Wimbledon's so quick. But I think after every Grand Slam, it should be a week off. Like, it shouldn't try and make... I mean, yeah, okay, maybe have some small events where, like, some of the players that lost first round of the US Open can get a chance or whatever. But I like that the ATP had no tennis this week, except for Davis Cup. I thought that was a good idea. That's what they should do. They should, after every Grand Slam, they should just make it like a international week, where they do like a Davis Cup or they do Billie Jean King Cup on the weekend. So, like, at least we get a couple of days off. And the players can then play for their countries on the weekend and then come back the next week and play a full... Or have a WTA 125 or whatever, Have challenger events. Give the challenger circuit a chance to be the only thing in town. But they won't do it because there's too many tournaments and not enough weeks. 30-15. First serve is a fault. Second serve. The return goes the forehand of Tjen, but Tjen hit it long and it's 30-all. So like I said, Tjen has not dropped a set for the week. So this is a whole new situation for her. And she probably feels like she should have won the first set because she had a lot more chances to break. Like 9 break points and you only break once. That's crazy. Like that is a huge huge number. Any new DVDs? No. I did find a cool like wooden clock the other day for $11. It was great. 3040. But no, I don't have any new DVDs. I'm just going to use this week to watch all the DVDs I have. try and watch the ones movies I haven't watched. All right, return goes the forehand of Chen. Forehand of Rajaonah is a winner. Wow. Rajaonah is playing very good. And also very confidently. All right. Setting a break to the French woman. All right. Collector, yeah. I hope you see Snoop Dogg's pose. Very creepy. Yeah, I'm gonna start watching horror movies. Maybe later maybe in October. Maybe I'll make that horror month. All 4 WTA finalists today are looking for the biggest trophy ever, so they're bound to be nervous. Yeah, of course. All right. Setting a break for Rajaonah. Chen's got to do some work as that return goes in the net. And it's 15 love. As Rajaonah serves a fault, second serve. As Rajaonah 30 love. As Rajaonah serves again. Rajaonah gets a net from Chen, 40 love. Rajaonah to take a 2-love lead in the second. As a return from Chen goes the backhand of Rajaonah. Rajaonah in the net, 40-15. Rajaonah serves a fault. Second serve. As we get a double fault. And it's 40-30. By the way, very windy out there. I don't think we mentioned that at all today. Very windy. So that might be affecting Chen's game as well. Very, very windy. I'm going to sleep. Bye, everyone. I'm sorry. Huh? What do you mean? 2-love Rajaonah in the second. I'm sorry. Nobody's allowed to go to sleep. That's crazy. Are you serious? Goodbye. Have a nice time. All right. 2-0. She's not even fighting hard in the second. Who? 2-love Rajaonah. There's a 4 now from Rajaonah in the net. 15 love. 15 love. Serve again. There's a let from Tjen. His return goes into the forehand of Tjen. Back in over Rajaonah to the forehand of Tjen. And Tjen hits it long, and it's 15-0. Yeah, Tjen's hitting a lot more errors as well. There's a lot of errors coming from her racket today, which is very strange. Where's Mia? She's right there. 15-0. All right, 15-all. All right, 15-30. Chance for a double break. As Rajaonah hits a lovely winner, and she gets 2 break points to get a double break. Get a double break. It was a beautiful drop shot. I mean, she just got Tjen running all over the place. As we return out the forehand of Rajaonah. Forehand out from Tjen in the net. There's the 3-love lead. Man. Tjen's in trouble. Rajaonah with the double break. All right. All right. 3-love in the second. Cool. People thought Tjen was better than this, but I like the French person winning. Well, Tjen is better than this, but I think a few things I think are happening. One, she's playing someone who has nothing to lose. Like, Tjen was the favorite. She was the very big favorite. So Rajaonah coming in here with nothing to lose is playing like that. It's also windy, and I don't think that is working for Tjen at all. I think Tjen's style she's struggling in the conditions. I think it's definitely a factor. But also, like, Tjen has been winning she hasn't lost a set all week until today. So I think that also, losing a set for the first time this week has kind of thrown her as well. But can Rajaonah finish the job? That is the question. Because she might get nervous serving for her first WTA trophy, right? So I wouldn't count Tjen out yet. Especially if Tjen can get one of the breaks back soon. She might be able to just keep the pressure on her younger opponent. Because if I look at Rajaonah's record, has she won any WTA ITF trophies? No. She's won no trophies. She She has won a WTA trophy on clay. 4 ITF trophies. So she has won some ITF trophies on clay, but she hasn't won a trophy in over a year. And hasn't won a hardcourt trophy. And of course, like a 250 is like levels above. If I show you that, like her biggest trophy is a W50. And I've made the pyramid a little easier to read. So you can see there, W50 is like, if you look down in like the bottom right corner, ITF World Tour and the 50 in the purple, which is the WTA side. The 50 is like the third, like, I guess the third bottom part of the tour, right? I mean, it's one of the smallest events you can win. One of the, like an entry event, right? It's an entry level event. Whereas the 250, as you can see there in the blue, on the top, like the top tier of tennis, is a huge jump up, right? It's like what, four levels above what she's won before. Tjen's also the same though. Tjen, who breaks back by the way, and gets one of the breaks back, and it's 3-1. Tjen's biggest trophy, right? Her biggest trophy is, I think she won a W100, right? Oh no, it's also a 50. But she made a W100 and a W75. Which again, both of them haven't got anything higher than that bottom level of tour. So they haven't even won challenger level tour, right? The 125s. So going from like ITF World Tour into WTA Tour 250, huge boost. By the way, if you're wondering what the numbers all mean, it just means ranking points. So if you win one of these trophies, it's if you win a W 75, you win 75 points for your ranking. So that's what all those numbers mean. They all just they're just based on how many ranking points you get for the win. So yeah, so that might maybe put it into perspective a little bit of what it all means. So that's why this is such a big final for both these ladies, because it's going from like, they're very good ITF World Tour players, but going into the main draw of the main tour and trying to win one of the main, even though it's a 250, it's the smallest, but it's the smallest of the top level, right? All right, 30-15. Tjen gets one of the breaks back. There's a bit of fault from Tjen, second serve. Serve into the back end of Tjen. Tjen hits it long. Sorry, no, Rajaonah hit it long. Tjen gets a 40-15. All right, Tjen holds. Still a break for Rajaonah. All right. All right. 3-2. Three to two. By the way, Chad, I'm looking into getting an egg chair. People are trying to sell them, which is great. And I think that is going to be my reading chair. A big egg chair. People are selling them cheap secondhand. I want to get one. Brand new, they're like $1,200, and I am never going to pay $1,200 for a piece of plastic. That's crazy. But I will buy one for like 80% off, maybe. From a thrift. Now this is it's online. I think an egg chair is definitely on my. It needs to be in my house. That'd be my reading chair. 15. Love 15. As Rajaonah hits a winner and it's 15-0. Please stream sitting in the egg chair. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put the chair in here and I'll sit in the chair to stream with to start. I just have to find the. I'm just gonna get one. I don't know how I'm gonna get it here because it's they're pretty big. All right, 30-15. Rajaonah has the one break. Trying to keep that break. I've just got to make a decision. Chat, I need your help. Should I get a red one or a black one? Red. I think red's better. I like the red better. I think the red looks cooler than the black. Even though I like I like black, but I feel like the red is more like interesting. As that goes wide by Tjen, and Rajaonah holds 4-2. She keeps the break. Red, black. If it's black, then you can lose Mirra in it. Well, I don't want to encourage her to jump on the chair. Red is a statement color. Black one fits the aesthetic here more, but red is a more interesting contrast. Yeah, like the outside of it is white, like it's a white shell, and then the interior is like red or black. I think the interior of the red, you actually like it looks cooler. Whereas the black looks a little bit too like it's not as, it's a little too, like black and white is a little too boring right now, even though I'm literally wearing black and white. Maybe I'll get a red one, and then like eventually, if I ever win the lottery, I might get a black one as well. Have two. Maybe I'll get both, red and black. One of each. Like matching set. 30 love. As Tjen serves again. Into the forehand of Rajaonah, and then Tjen puts it in the net with the forehand. That's 30-15. But yeah, I feel like this chair is like a very good addition. Like it'll fit well. It'll be the perfect chair. Hopefully it's comfortable. All right, forehand from Tjen goes long. It's 30-0. Rajaonah looking for that double break. $30. You can only win the lottery if you play it. True. That is true. Wear the Men in Black sunglasses in it. All right. 30-0. As that goes in the net from Tjen. 30-40. This feels like it might be the end. Tjen has to hold. At least this game has to hold. Because then she can at least keep some pressure on Rajaonah to serve it out. As the return goes in the forehand of Tjen. Rajaonah with a slice backhand goes wide. Good save by Tjen. Cam, what's wrong with your predictions these days? They're all wrong. Bro, come on. If you take someone's prediction seriously, then what's wrong with you? Deuce. As Tjen serves again. By the way, if Tjen does win this in 3, like I said, I hope you're here at the end of the match to apologize. I demand an apology. Forehand from Tjen to the backhand of Rajaonah. Tjen with the forehand again to the backhand of Rajaonah. And Rajaonah in the net advantage. Tjen. Not true. Cam does get it right for sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that is, yeah. All right, advantage Tjen. Advantage Tjen. By the way, what was your prediction? I'm not taking, but you've been timed out 28 times. Why am I? Anyways, that goes out by Tjen. It's deuce. It's crazy. From now on, I'm not taking. If you haven't made a prediction, you cannot come. You are not allowed to make my comments on my predictions. I'm not taking this. From now on, if you come at me for my predictions, you need to have made predictions. So there I can say that, oh, well, you're smarter than me. But you haven't made no predictions. You made 0 predictions. You're just commenting on mine. Why don't you make a prediction so then I can be like, oh, well, you said it was going to be Rajaonah in straights. Congratulations. You are smarter than me. But you said nothing. You're just like, oh, your predictions are not good. I've had enough. Advantage Rajaonah. No more. I'm not taking shit from people that aren't bold enough to make a prediction. Anyways, back. Like I care. Backhand goes into the net from Rajaonah. We're back to deuce. Very important game here for Tjen. Very important game. Cam's being cheap? Huh? Deuce. These small tournament prediction doesn't go right, so predict the big tournament. Suggestion for you, Cam? Yeah, we're not taking feedback right now. This is not a suggestion session. But, okay. Deuce. There's a return goes in the forehand of Tjen. Rajaonah backhand is Tjen with the forehand again. The backhand of Rajaonah into the forehand of Tjen. Rajaonah forehand down the line. That's a great shot. Tjen gets it, but it goes wide. And Rajaonah looking for that double break. So she can serve for the championship. All right. Advantage Rajaonah. As we get a let from Tjen. As a return goes into the forehand of Tjen. Backing up from Rajaonah to the forehand of Tjen. Rajaonah forehand cross court. That's a great shot. Tjen slices it back. Rajaonah backhand cross court. Ooh, just goes wide. Now we get back to deuce. Super important game. right, back to deuce. As Tjen serves again. It's a good serve. Advantage Tjen. Rajaonah thought it was wide. Oh, sorry, thought it was long on the serve. But there's no Hawkeye at these smaller tournaments. That's a default from Tjen, second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Rajaonah. Forehand from Tjen. Rajaonah backhand again. The forehand of Tjen. Tjen in the net. Back to deuce. This is the game that might decide what happens in this match. I think Tjen's going to win this match if she goes down double break again. Rajaonah might get a little nervous serving for the match first time, but second time, then she might break to win anyway. So Tjen has to win this game if she's going to stick around. Serving to the backhand of Rajaonah. Return goes to the forehand of Tjen. Oh, and Tjen overhits it. Her forehand's not been as good as it was the other day against Eala. Like I said, maybe it's because it's a little breezy out there, just throwing her off a little bit, but yeah, Tjen is struggling today. Yeah, that forehand was horrible. Like she was hitting way better the other day. That was a massive shank wide. All right, advantage. Rajaonah for the double break. That forehand goes in though. Tjen survives again. Back to deuce. All right, back to deuce. That was a very nice forehand that time. Rajaonah returns into the forehand of Tjen. Rajaonah with the forehand to the backhand of Tjen. Sliced into the forehand of Rajaonah. Rajaonah with a drop shot in the net. Tjen gets some advantage. Advantage Tjen to just keep the pressure on. This has been a long game. Advantage Tjen. Tjen should retire from tennis if she keeps playing lazy. What? Great serve from Tjen, all right. All right, the coach is fired up. Tjen's fired up. They know how big that game was. All right, pressure back on Rajaonah. Good hold. She's fired up as well, Tjen. That's a good sign. The coach is also fired up. They know. They knew. They knew that was a big game. Let's see if Rajaonah can keep her nerve because it's all back on her. All right. 4-3. Tjen and Boison have similar big forehand. We have to watch more Boison in the future because we watched it like a couple of times at the French and that was it. All right. All right. All right, how are we doing, chat? What is going on? What is going on? Chillin', can't wait to eat. Rooting for Tjen from your neighboring country in the Philippines. Nice. Big moment for both players. Oh, yeah, this is a big game. That last game, I mean, if she gets broken there, Tjen, Rajaonah serves for the match. But now it's back on Rajaonah, who was up a double break already in this set. She was up 3-love. Let's see if she can hold her nerve. All right. Rajaonah versus Eala, a more interesting match to watch with Eala to make the final? Well, yeah, maybe. But this match isn't over yet, so... All right. As Tjen wins the first point, love 15. All right. First point goes to Tjen. Love 15. As Tjen hits it out in the return this time, 15 all. As a return from Tjen. Nope, that was a fault from Rajaonah. Second serve. As Tjen returns, Rajaonah gets it back to the forehand of Tjen. Forehand from Rajaonah into the slice of Tjen. And Rajaonah forehand down the line. Tjen gets on the stretch. Cross court the back end of Rajaonah. Back into the forehand of Tjen. Tjen overhits it though. Bad error. And it's 30-15. As we have one in the net from Rajaonah. It's 30-all. Big point. 30-all. 30-all. Tjen's going to make my parlay go in the bin. Yeah, that seems like a you problem. 30-all. As a return goes in the forehand of Rajaonah. That's a great winner from Rajaonah. She went for it. And she gets the 40-30. Great winner from Rajaonah. She's going for it. All right, 40-30. As we serve again from Rajaonah. The return goes into the backhand of Rajaonah. She puts it away. That was two very good points at 30-all from Rajaonah. All right. Tjen's going to serve to stay in the match. That was a very, at 30-all to hit those two shots. If she earned this trophy, she wins it now. That was deserved. All right. Tjen serving to stay in the match. The default second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Rajaonah. Forehand out from Tjen. The back end of Rajaonah. Tjen runs around. And hits a forehand inside out for a winner. 15 love. As Tjen serves again. And the return from Rajaonah goes out. 30 love. 30 love. And she serves another great serve. And it's 40 love. Fourth ace of the day. 40 love. There's a return from Rajaonah as a winner. 40-15. 40-15. Great return winner. Tjen serves again to just make Rajaonah serve for the championship as we serve out wide the backhand of Rajaonah. Return goes short. Tjen puts it away. Okay. Good hold. And Rajaonah's going to serve to win her first WTA trophy. Let's see. Let's see if she can get it done. All right. All right, how we doing, chat? What's up? Rajaonah is 19. A young player from France coming through. Today, many of us will cry if Tjen loses. Yeah, but you're not a fan of hers. You just bet on her, and that's totally that's not the same thing. People are going to be upset if the fans of hers will be upset because they wanted her to win, but you're just salty because you're losing money, and that's not that's your fault. You should be sad at yourself. Crazy. Raducanu still is practicing with Dasha. Oh, nice. All right, here we go. Rajaonah serving to win her first WTA trophy. And Rajaonah serves into the forehand of Tjen. Rajaonah with the backhand in the middle. Tjen runs around, hits a forehand. Into the forehand of Rajaonah. Tjen forehand again. Into the forehand of Rajaonah. Tjen hits a backhand slice. Rajaonah forehand down the line. Tjen gets with the forehand cross court. Rajaonah backhand goes into the forehand of Tjen. And Tjen in the net. Good hitting from Rajaonah. It's 15 love. 15 love. Love. As return goes into the backhand of Rajaonah. For now, passing shot from Tjen goes wide. 30 love. 30 love. A solid performance from Rajaonah in this match. 30 love. Serve again. There's a fault by Rajaonah. Second serve. Serving the forehand of Tjen. Return goes in the backhand of Rajaonah. Rajaonah hits it long. And it's 30-15. When's Eala's next match? I'm not sure. All right, 30-15. Serve again from Rajaonah. Into the backhand of Tjen. Return into the backhand of Rajaonah. Tjen with the forehand. Again, the backhand of Rajaonah. Down the line to the backhand slice of Tjen. Rajaonah with a forehand down the line. Tjen gets it back into the corner. Rajaonah's got a backhand into the forehand of Tjen who goes in the net. Tjen had the shot. She set up the point really well, but missed the forehand. Championship points for Rajaonah to take the win and win her first trophy on the WTA. advantage. Or 40-15. 2 championship points. Rajaonah's been very solid in this match. She serves a fault. Second serve. Into the forehand of Tjen. Return the forehand of Rajaonah. Tjen with the forehand. Again to the forehand of Rajaonah. That's a drop shot. Tjen's going to get it with a slice. Rajaonah backhand pass. Is a lob. And it's too good. Rajaonah wins. Rajaonah gets the win after saving multiple match points in the first round. Didn't lose a set after that. And she denies Tjen of her first WTA trophy for now. But we know, like, if you didn't know who Tjen was before this week, which I wouldn't expect anyone to because of, she hasn't done much yet, at least on the main tour, but Tjen is definitely going to be a problem for a lot of players. And she is going to make it very awkward for a lot of players, but Rajaonah was just too good. Held her nerve at the end and wins her first WTA trophy. All right. GG's. Oh, Basie. Oh, yeah. So there was two, the match point lob was ridiculous, but there was a couple of lobs that was crazy good. Crazy good by Rajaonah. Tjen's forehand just didn't work properly, and she was slicing a lot in the net. And it was, like I said, a little windy during the match, so maybe it just threw her a little bit off, and the pressures of being the favorite and all those things, but still, very good season by Tjen, and she's this close to top 100, so she could still definitely make the top 100 in this this season. Like, top 100 is definitely still on the cards for Tjen. Tjen's very good. Yeah. Very good. But Rajaonah just takes the her first title. Ranked 200 before the tournament. Wins her first 250. Impressive. Oh, yeah. And French tennis needs her because there's not too many players. Too many young players from France. Oh, pardon me. So, yeah. So it's great for French tennis. Yeah, Rajaonah did have a run in Turin. No, sorry, not Turin. Rouen to start the year as well, yeah, on the clay. She made the quarters, I think, as a qualifier. In the interview, Alex tried because she was too tired and tired as well. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about Eala all day, but who's to apologize now, Cam? Bro, can you just relax? You've been timed out 30 times. You got to relax, buddy. Rajaonah is originally from Madagascar. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yeah, originally born in Madagascar. But yeah. But Tjen's she's going to be dangerous. I'm sure, if not this year, definitely next year, Tjen will get a big victory and everyone's going to be like, oh my God, she looks like Ash Barty. And it's like, yeah, we've been watching her for months. So yeah, so definitely got to watch out for Tjen. I mean, she's a very dangerous game. And she will win a big trophy. She will. When I say big trophy, I mean like a 250. She'll win something. Is Cam going to treat Tjen like Eala now? I mean, does it matter? Does it matter if Cam if Cam watches every match of Tjen or doesn't watch every match? Does it matter? Maybe we will. Maybe we will watch a lot of Tjen. I do like watching Tjen. I think she's very, very fun player to watch. To think Rajaonah was almost completely out of the tour. I mean, that's crazy, yeah. Any withdrawals from the China Open yet? I don't know. I'm not sure. Raducanu exposes her game during the US Open. Tjen is a rising star. Oh, yeah. Tjen will learn from that Raducanu loss. She'll learn from this loss today. Stop with the excuses. Chen beat Eala fair and square, and Rajaonah beat Chen fair and square. So my obligation to this channel is if somebody asks me what happened, I have to answer. I'm going to answer the question. You might not agree with the answer, and that's totally fine, but it doesn't mean that like every time someone's like, "Oh, why did Eala lose?" Oh, because she was looking very fatigued. You might not like the answer, but it doesn't mean that it's not like a reason. And then why did Chen lose today? Well, Rajaonah played very well at key moments, but also she didn't look the same as she has been all week, Chen. Maybe she was nervous. Maybe it was a little windy at the start of the match and it threw her off and she wasn't taking her chances. And you might not agree with any of those reasons, but they're reasons. I have to answer those questions. Because I can't just be like, oh, nothing happened. She lost. Like, that's not... You might not like the reasons, but I have to give the reasons. Collins retired from the China Open. Okay, cool. And as I say every time, if you don't like these players, don't watch them, please. Please don't come here and watch these players that you don't like and then annoy me with your complaints. If you don't like Chen, if you don't like Eala, don't come to the streams. Don't come to the streams. It's so frustrating for everybody. If you're like, I really hate Eala, please do never show up to her matches ever again. Please. For the love of God. Don't waste your time. Go do something productive. Please. If you don't want to watch Chen, seriously don't watch. Please. Come back and watch your favorites. Please. It's so much more fun for everybody. You have more fun too. I love Eala, Swiatek, and Raducanu. Well, we're going to be watching a few of them next week, so enjoy that. Who do I have winning in Jovic and Arango? Probably Jovic, right? Which China Open? Beijing is the China Open. Wuhan is the other one. But the China Open is Beijing. Chen could hopefully be higher ranked enough for the Olympics. Well, yeah, I mean, that's in like 3 years. It is frustrating. The rest of us can't enjoy the... Yeah. But seriously, like, if you don't like watching these players, don't watch them. Like, it's just such... it's not healthy for anybody. Wuhan is the one that I think Alex will play. Okay. If Eala plays in China, she might have to enter qualies of the Wuhan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Eala didn't make the cut for Beijing. I think that's why she's not playing Beijing. I don't think she made the cut, which means she didn't make the entry list, so she would have had to play qualies. Champions of Mexico and Brazil tennis are underdogs. Happy new stars rising? Yeah, for sure. Am I covering the other final? Not really. Maybe, I don't know. I'm bummed that I didn't get to watch Tsitsipas versus Fonseca. So I wish that I knew that was on. I can't believe I missed that. But I don't know. We don't watch. I don't want people to think that we watch all these tournaments because we're not going to watch every final or every tournament every week. We just made an exception this week because there was nothing else to watch this week. Oh, no worries, Deb. We'll see you later. Last year she got a wild card for Wuhan. Who's that? So next week, Swiatek is playing. She's the big name, and then also we have Raducanu is also playing next week. So that is the plan. On the men's side, probably nothing because there's not too many big names playing, like no Alcaraz, no Sinner, no Djokovic. So, yeah. But on the weekend, next weekend, we are watching Laver Cup. So that will be a big tournament. We do have Alcaraz playing that, so. Madagascar and Indonesia come from the same ancestor. Do they? Okay, I don't know anything about it, but okay. Djokovic will eventually have enough finals for everyone to start complaining that Cam watches her too much. Let's be real. Alex was too tired. She can still do a comeback and for Chen with her grit, but did not try due to fatigue. Not usual Alex. She needs rest. Yeah, I agree. Eala was for sure tired in that match. I mean, if you watch the whole thing, if you watch the whole match, you know how tired she was. Like, she was exhausted. She was barely running to the ball. It doesn't mean that Chen's not good, though. Just because Eala wasn't 100%. That doesn't mean Chen's not good. Chen's great. Which is why I woke up at 3 a.m. to watch her today. It wasn't... But Eala was not like, she did not look anywhere near her best. It'll be interesting to see Swiatek this week. She's also showing signs of fatigue with her foot issue. I mean, she lost to Anisimova. Okay. Who's Rajaonah? She is a young French woman who is on the rise. She is on the rise. WTA calendar is brutal. Yeah. So is the ATP calendar. Tennis is tough. She's also never played in Korea before, so it'll be interesting to see how she plays in the courts. Yeah, I don't know if the courts are that different in South Korea compared to, like, Beijing, so I don't know if, like, South Korea is going to be that much different. Like, the playing surface is going to be pretty similar, unless they've radically changed the courts in recent times. I want Emma to win Seoul. Okay. All right. That's enough. So I don't know when we're watching tennis again. Probably tomorrow. But yeah, the big name, Swiatek. We're watching her next week. And then over the weekend, we're going to watch Alcaraz. That's the plan. So yeah, but hopefully this week, it was a good opportunity to watch some players that we don't usually watch. Some different players. You know, I know I said we should have a week off, but that's never really going to happen until December. But hopefully you learned something. Or learned about a new player. And then we go back to the players we watch all the time. I want Raducanu to win just a title at some point, or even a 250. Okay, she will. She'll win another title, don't stress. Carlsen Sinner had 3 weeks between US Open Nation swing. The ladies seem to be right into it after US Open. I mean, they could play this week, but it's only Swiatek playing this week. Like, Sabalenka's not playing. Gauff's not playing. Pegula's not playing. And Nisimova's not playing. Like, it's only Swiatek playing. Choosing to play. Alcaraz and Sinner... I mean, Alcaraz is playing next week. Like, he's playing as well, so... And then... I mean, Beijing for the ladies and the men and Tokyo is happening all at the same time. So, I mean, they're all going to be playing next week, the week after next anyway. So they only get 2 weeks until they all come back anyway. I think only Djokovic is the one not playing. Yeah, Pegula's playing Billie Jean King Cup, my bad. And Raducanu. And Palini. Sorry, there's ladies playing next week in Billie Jean King Cup, but that's different. That's not the Asian swing. That's just like this week with, Tsitsipas and whoever else play. Demon all playing this week. Fritz playing this week, right? They're all playing Davis Cup, but all right. I'm leaving. We'll be back sometime during the week to watch more tennis. But Rajaonah takes out Tjen in the final, 6-3, 6-4, and she wins her first trophy on the WTA. Let's see how their careers progress. Like I said, Tjen is definitely one to watch. We'll keep track of what she's up to over the next couple of months. Very fun player to watch. Looks like she's going to be very dangerous as well if she can play her level. And I really want to see Tjen take on a big name at the end of the year, so we can watch, maybe watch her play like a Sabalenka or something, or a Swiatek, and see how she looks against those players, because those are the players that her game, like we keep comparing it to Barty. Barty played those players, so yeah, we'll keep an eye on what Tjen's up to. But we'll be back next week. We're going to Asia next week. South Korea, specifically. Oh, man. 6-3, 6-4. Rajaonah wins. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe, or the next day.